aquí está el test drive del Tesla Model S.
How are you, Will?
I'm doing well, Javier. And yourself?
Thank you. Yeah, very good. Thank you. Will Nicholas from Tesla Motors USA. And so we're going to hear a lot about Tesla today.
Indeed.
Here we go.
Well, welcome to our Model S. This is one of our, I'd say, modestly equipped cars. It's our 60 kilowatt hour battery that has...
I don't think there's anything modest about Tesla. It's amazing. That's just the first look of it. It's like incredible.
That's true. Well, I think that the 17-inch touchscreen instantly kind of jumps out at you. This is the largest display that any car has on the market, and I think that our owners really appreciate it because it gives them all the access to the technology that they're used to on their pockets, on their phones, and their tablets.
So it's bringing all the technology, both in automotive and like any other things that people are used to now within a car, which is pretty amazing.
Indeed. I mean, you have Tesla navigation that's overlaid on Google Map imagery. You have access to the World Wide Web. You can listen to internet radio stations, Bluetooth your phone right in. So all of that people are used to, familiar with.
So in a way, being the screen so big, some people might say it's distracting, but I don't know. My first impression would be like, yes, at the beginning probably, because you're not used to like maybe a third of it or a fourth of this. But over the time, I think you get used to it, right?
Indeed. I mean, when I get into other cars and I assimilate their touch screen to the small ATM screen, it's grainy. I mean, the resolution is amazing here. You also do have some tactile controls on your thumbs.
Yeah.
You do have voice commands as well, so you can tell the car to play a specific radio station or to navigate to a specific address or call someone on your phone.
So with so much technology, I mean, there's some learning curve that people have to get used to when they first get in a car like this, right?
A bit, and so we do have in our delivery process, we typically spend an hour or two going through with folks the technology within the screen, how to charge the car, how to take care of the car, how to adjust some of the settings to benefit their driving needs.
Yeah. So we're gonna go for a little spin here?
Yeah, let's do it.
So the car is already on, and being electric, obviously we don't hear anything, right?
Indeed. So we jumped in, all the applications of the car are turned on, so we could adjust the aircon, the music, the navigation, but it's not until I actually put my foot on the brake that you'll see the
everything goes on,
around. Nothing really happens. There's no real vibration or noise associated with the car, but as soon as I select D for drive,
we still don't feel anything. Oh, still anything,
except for the propulsion forward.
So let's talk about Model. Model S has been out in the market for a couple of years now?
Indeed. First started production and deliveries in June of 2012.
Yeah, and it's been phenomenal, right? I mean, guys can keep up with production pretty much, right?
Indeed. I mean, we've been able to expand our sales and service footprint over the last 2.5 years. We've made a lot of improvements to Model S, some hardware, but a lot of software, improving the efficiency of the car as well as the user experience. We took some of our owners' feedback and actually built in some of the options and accoutrements that they were asking for.
Yeah, and with all that technology integrated and connected to the internet and all that, some of the software upgrades can be done online or through the cloud, through the internet, or how does that work?
Indeed. So every few months, an owner will get inside of his car or her car and see a message that a new version of software is available to download. In about 20 to 30 minutes when the car is off, it'll automatically take that from the air, and you can see all of the improvements if you look at the release notes here. Version 6.
Just like you get with your iPhone, let's say, right?
Indeed.
Pretty much the same.
Indeed. So traffic-based navigation, a new calendar app, new power management options, and you can actually name your car now.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty cool. So the big question for a lot of people still, even though electric cars have been around for like a while now, a lot of people are still asking what's the range, what's the charging time, and all those kind of things.
Indeed, and that's why we have our retail locations here at the Dadeland Mall and others around Florida, the country, and the world, is to better explain to people the advantages of driving electric. It is a significant change for many, but as you can see, the car drives much like any other would, except just a bit faster.
Much faster, and quiet.
Indeed, and it's a lot more convenient. Once you learn how to charge the car in your home at our supercharging stations, you realize that you can drive essentially anywhere and charge charge every night at a fraction of the cost that you would experience at the.
I always compare it sort of to when people change from gas to diesel, and people, when you're driving a gas car, you don't really pay attention where the diesel station is, and like after you do that and you do the change, you start like, oh, there's one here, there's another one there, and they're like a lot. So with this, I know the infrastructure is not there like as gas stations for diesel, but it's getting there, right?
Absolutely. We have over 140 supercharging stations around the country, 9 of which are actually here in the state of Florida, which is awesome at this time of the year because we have a lot of folks that are migrating from places like Chicago, Connecticut, New York, down here for the winter.
So with the Model S, there's like 3 versions, or how many versions are of pretty much the battery, right?
Indeed. So there's 2 battery packs, the 60 kilowatt, the 85 kilowatt hour, and then also we have a performance version on top of that.
Yeah.
And that new performance version has a dual motor option, which means there's an independent motor on each axle, which improves the pace of the car as well as the handling, and even the efficiency in some cases.
That's the one that does like 0 to 60 in less than 4 seconds?
Indeed, 3.2.
That's amazing.
When our insanity drive option is selected.
Yeah. So, and with like in other car manufacturers, are there like packages in terms of like premium package, because the cars are pretty much equipped the same, or how does that work?
Well, they all come standard with the 17-inch touchscreen, and we do have a la carte options that you can custom build into your vehicle. For instance, the panoramic roof, different types of leathers and trims. We have an upgraded sound system, different types of wheels, and our sales folks will kind of consult our customers on which aesthetics suit them best and what options will benefit their driving needs the most.
Excellent. And so I've heard that when you order a car, it takes a while because you're like so backed up with orders. I mean, which is a great thing that happened. But how is that right now?
It is. When you order a car now, depending on the options that you do choose, we can get you one in about 2 to 3 months.
Okay.
And we do build all of them in our Fremont factory out in California. We are ramping up production at the end and the beginning of this year and the beginning of next, because we do want to increase capacity and sell more cars, not only here in the United States, but also in Europe, Asia, and now Australia.
Okay. So finally, the prices, you said like 2 battery packs and then like the high performance car.
Mm-hmm. So our 60 kilowatt hour battery pack starts at $71,000, and then our 85 starts at $81,000, and then our performance package starts about $103,000.
And that's before all the federal tax incentives, and like in California or like some states, you even have like local incentives for the city, and sometimes even where you work for. I mean, I heard that there's companies that have incentives on top of the federal, state, and local.
Absolutely. So everyone is eligible for a $7,500 federal tax credit, independent of what state you live in. And other specific states offer state-level rebates. The state of New Jersey offers no sales tax. The state of Georgia offers a $5,000 rebate. And many, or even most, will offer some sort of subsidy on the cost of installing charging equipment at your home or office.
Yeah, that's great. So, well, we're gonna keep driving for a while here and like enjoying the Tesla. This is the Model S with which battery?
It's a 60 kilowatt hour.
A 60 kilowatt battery. So with this battery, I said it was the last question a few questions ago.
Of course.
There's so much information. So what's the range for this battery, more or less? And I know it depends on how you drive and all weather conditions and all that, but what's the average?
Indeed. So this has a 208 mile EPA tested range, which means
280?
208.
So 208.
And that includes highway, city driving, hot weather, cold weather, rapid accelerations. And then our 85 kilowatt hour battery has a range of 265 miles.
So compared to other electric cars, this is like 5 times more, because all the electric cars have like, depending, like the Bolt, which has like an electric car, and then like the Extender, and then like the Leaf. I mean, the fully electric cars get to like to 100, so like twice as much.
Indeed, and we consider that a huge value proposition for our customers because, as we were discussing earlier, folks are sometimes concerned where they will charge because you don't see charging stations as ubiquitous as gas stations. However, when you do have this type of range, it's rare that you're going to be traveling more than 200 miles a in a day's time. And if you are, that's when you can leverage our supercharging network.
And then the supercharging network, how long does it take to like charge the battery?
20 minutes for a half charge.
Okay, so that's another 100, like, you're like almost empty.
Indeed. And they're located amongst commonly traveled routes at service plazas where there's 24/7 access to food and bathrooms and entertainment.
And I guess the navigation system will like locate them and guide them to them in case you need them, right?
Absolutely. The navigation screen will take you to any supercharger and also any charger that you've visited in the past.
Yeah. And for example, with the studios like in Dayland Mall and other places that you have them, you can also go there. Like for example, if you come shopping and for Christmas now, you can leave the car and charge it there?
Indeed.
Okay.
Indeed. We primarily use this for our marketing cars, but if a customer's there, we certainly offer them the convenience of charging.
Great.
While they shop.
Well, thank you very much, Will, and I'm going to keep enjoying a beautiful day here in Miami. I know it's our winter, quote unquote. It's like 70, so.
It's a nice winter. Makes you want to stay down here.
And you're going up north, right, after this, so.
To New York tonight.
So sorry about that.
It's okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Soy Javier Mota y esto es Auto 0%.
Este programa fue una producción de National Latino Broadcasting.